Hello! As promised, I have my button earrings. We're ready to read Pete the Cat and his 1, 2, 3, 4 groovy buttons. Created and illustrated, which means the pictures were drawn, by James Dean. This story is actually by Eric Litwin. So, James Dean created the book, but he sometimes lets other people write stories for him. That's totally fine. Look at the buttons. Look, they made a collage with buttons. Doesn't that sound fun? Oh my goodness. We have some activities we would love to do around this. Can't wait to show you later. Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, he's thinking 4, 4. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 3 buttons are left. When you have 4 buttons and you take away 1, then you have 3 buttons. Can you show me 3? 1, 2, 3. Pete has 3 buttons. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. 1, 2, 3. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? There are 2. When you have 3 buttons, and if you lose 1, you have 2 buttons. Show me 2 fingers. 1, 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Ooh. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? See, he had 2 and 1 rolled away, so he has 1. If you have 2 and 1 goes away, you have 1 left. Did Pete cry? Oh, goodness, no. Can you say goodness, no? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. Show me 0. 0. No fingers up, just a 0. If you had 1 button and that 1 button went away, then you have no more buttons left. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt. And what do you think he saw? His belly button! And he kept on singing his song. My button, still had my belly button. My button, still had my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We just keep on singing. Oh, look! Buttons come and buttons go. But you just keep on singing your song.